Thank you for staying with us. We now have in the studio to discuss the planned protest by Nigeria Labour Congress. We're joined by human rights activist Declan Ihekare. Thank you very much, Declan, for joining us. There's already protests across this country. We've had in Niger, we've had in Lagos, we've had in other states, and we still have the NLC insisting on going on protest tomorrow and Wednesday. Considering the tense nature of the country at the moment and those that are pulling out, do you think the NLC's insistence to continue with the protest is well thought through?
Yeah, thank you so much. I think the government of the day should give kudos to members of the NLC, the organized labor. NLC is known to be an organized set of people who don't do things in a rough manner, who are always organized in doing things. And we should not forget that what NLC is doing or what NLC is trying to do is something that is fundamental in getting best of governance. Every government needs to be checkmated. Every government needs to be asked questions here and there. And if you're in government and you don't want questions to be asked, then it means you're heading towards failure. See, we just have to face reality. What NLC is about doing tomorrow, or the organized labor, or Nigerians as a whole, is what also happens during the electioneering period. Any election where you contest an election is also an act of protest against malgovernance that you see in other government that has existed before you're coming in. And so NLC is in order, and the government should give kudos to them.
Well, I mean, you would agree with me that there is some sense of fatigue from a lot of citizens, considering that this is not the first time that Labour will call for protest. Remember, they do the same, they go through the same process. They give warning ahead of time, 14-day, 10 days, 20 days ultimatum, and then they go on protest. But we rarely see concrete results from this protest. What's your optimism level that this time will be different?
Yeah, I want to believe seriously that at this point in time, organized labor will not work towards failing Nigerians. Just like democracy is the hope of the common man, so also in making sure you agitate for good governance, labor is also seen as hope of the common people on the streets. Don't forget, the democracy we're enjoying today came as a result of protest. It came as a result of protest against the military regime. And so the people in power today who are enjoying the democratic situation should also give it to the civil society, which Labour belongs to. They should not see Labour as anti-government. No, it's not the best. When you see Labour as anti-government, then when the protest gets out of hand, or when the protest is organized by unorganized people, I think that would be more dangerous. But at this point in time, Labour is right. Labour should be given the go-ahead. As a matter of fact, there's nothing like go-ahead, because the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria has already given freedom of expression. And I think that covers what NLC is about doing tomorrow.
It's curious, though, when you say people that are not organized protests. We've had protests seemingly organized across this country, and the federal government, they must have seen this in the news, but there hasn't been any response. The only response we're getting for the NLC is the warning by a spokesperson to the president that they shouldn't embark on this strike. They are only going to worsen the situation. These feelers, does it give hope that the federal government will listen this time around, really?
Yeah, I just want to let you understand that the protest that has been going on even before the one coming up tomorrow has sent signals to the federal government. If you really watch out, so many committees have been set up here and there by the government as a result of the protest that has occurred. Don't forget, Niger State has never participated.
But hasn't been a direct correlation that it's the protest that is instigating these committees?
Absolutely, absolutely. There's no two ways about it. The fear of mass action is the beginning of wisdom for any democratic government. As a matter of fact, this very protest that has been happening as a result of hunger in the land and insecurity has really put this government on its toes. For the first time, we're seeing meetings here and there, committees being set up here and there. And I think they should just understand that Nigerians need to use this opportunity to express their feelings in a way that they should understand. And I think that's the best way to go.
Not to, you know, be a clog on the wheel of your thoughts for pushing for the needs of the people, but committees are one a dime. Like, we have them all the time. These committees, some people have argued that it's just a way of government. You're saying it's as a result of the protest. That may be so. But have we seen situations where these committees actually come up with solutions to the problems? High cost of living, for instance, skyrocketing prices of petrol that doesn't seem to be coming down.
Yeah, there have been instances where committees are set up and at the end of it all, whatever proposal they give to the government is not being utilized. But what I'm saying in essence is this: from what I've seen of recent, whenever Nigerians agitate in this current dispensation, I see a shake-up within the system. I see the government trying to move towards the direction of the people, but they have not really, they've not totally got it right. And for instance, a few weeks ago, I heard that the committee was set up. I watched it on one of the media forum where government met manufacturers of cement companies, and they were like saying that, okay, a bag of cement should go between 7,000 and 8,000 naira. That was because people were agitating that the cost of cement was getting higher and higher. And I remember clearly that since still today, the price of cement is still at high cost as 10,500 to 11,500, depending on the area. And like me as an individual, as a right activist, I also have intent of protesting against certain individuals who has been insensitive to the plight of Nigerians, who are also part of the so-called advisory committee of the current government. For instance, Alhaji Aliko Dangote, you know him very well. The cement he sells, or people sell today that belongs to Dangote, goes for as much as 10,500 and 11,000 naira. And you ask, why would such person be in the advisory committee of the government after he has said, okay, we have agreed that cement will go for 7,000, 8,000 naira? There are so many anomalies that we need to tackle at this point in time. And I think the government should give listening ear to the people who are telling them the truth and not those that will just be clapping for them even when they are wrongdoing.
Declan, thank you very much. Indeed, they say without hope, all is lost. So let's keep hope alive. Thank you very much for speaking with us.
You're welcome.